humor aside, you seem to have a more valuable ally than previously imagined. Perhaps the lady in chains is not the only thing on your campgrounds capable of killing other monsters. You seem to have found an in my darkest hour I reached for a hand and found a paw vintage shirt. Whether he can be placated enough to be of use may lie solely with your future actions. Since he seems, to put it bluntly, terribly pissed off with you at the moment. But hey, perhaps a fresh Krispy Kreme would. In my darkest hour I reached for a hand and found a paw vintage shirt, tank top, V-neck, ladies tee for men and women, V-neck, tank top, and I doubt he's the only one though have been offended by Jessie. Now or prior. Perhaps you have more individuals willing to lend aid. For a price. That is. I think it's time she uses and carries the knife. The in my darkest hour I reached for a hand and found a paw vintage shirt. So there's no way to know that something they made would be any use against her. Yes. But it was made with a sacrifice. That has to imbue it with some mystical significance. While it may not have been a proper sacrifice, I see your point. The harvesters certainly seem convinced it would work. Official in my darkest hour I reached for a hand and found a paw vintage sweatshirt. Hoodie. Sweatshirt. Hoodie. Sacrifice freely given versus sacrifice given. Skull Cup guy probably knows more about how this stuff works, but yeah. I'm sure the knife is the key to getting rid of Chain Lady. The issue with the harvesters is that they want her to be one now. As they attempted to pull the veil on her as well. That was only because of the in my darkest hour I reached for a hand and found a paw vintage shirt. If she humors them and carries her ant knife around, that could change. This is shaping up to be a nice Avengers spin-off. I can see it now. Them all coming together like the fight against Thanos. Though I suppose something of that magnitude should be saved for something a lot more sinister than BDSM Chain Lady. Other products.